Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the HelloFam podcast. I'm your host, Shalini, and I'm excited to have you all here with us today. First off, I want to share some exciting news about new updates regarding the app. We have now launched our marketplace on the web browser where you can find several products and services relevant to where our longevity focuses. It's a curated list of products and services that's either been mentioned in our community articles or we thought would be beneficial for you all. We hope you guys all enjoy this latest feature and accessibility to it. And to stay up to date on our latest features and updates, please make sure to follow us on LinkedIn and Facebook. And we also post on social media, so follow us at hellofam.app on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Now, back to the podcast where we talk to longevity doctors, key opinion leaders, and others into their views into longevity. Our goal is to provide you with a greater insight into the world of living long and well, as well as learn some practical tips to incorporate into your daily lives. Today's guest is a key opinion leader, so join me in welcoming Dr. Prasanna Tadi. Thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule to meet with us today. Can you give us a little background about yourself, how you got to medicine, HelloFam, as well as any hobbies and interests?
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. My name is Prasanna Tadi. I did, from my childhood, I'm always interested in brain health. So that led me into pursuing residency in neurology at Brown University and then eventually doing my stroke fellowship at University of Pittsburgh. So throughout my life, I am very interested in teaching. And then I became a program director. Uh, and apart from medicine, I am a professional coach. I am an International Coaching Federation certified coach. So one of my interests is like how to help fellow healthcare professionals to decrease burnout and improve wellness. Um, so I did a lot of research in this area. um, so regarding HelloFam, because of my interest in brain health, I met Dr. Bobby Kumar, and that led to this podcast. I'm very excited to be here, to share the knowledge on this platform. Um, some of my hobbies are, apart from medicine, I play tennis, table tennis, and I travel around the world exploring new cultures. And I read a lot, and I walk. Long walks every day is one of my favorites. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, and I hope our listeners are excited to learn more about you and the things you're interested in. So let's dive right into discussing HelloFam's mission of increasing longevity. So we ask all our guests this. Can you start by telling us your definition of longevity and what it means to you?
Yeah, it's a great question. For me, it is more than living long. Uh, it's all about having a fulfilling, vibrant life uh, in across all dimensions. For example, physical health. So having you know good physical health with no major diseases, so that we can enjoy our work and everyday activities, and mental health. So these days, mental health is extremely important. Mental health and brain health comes in one pocket where, uh, you know, I always teach my students one brain, two specialities, isn't it? So, having a good, sharp mind and good memory is critical as we age. And also social and emotional health, where, having quality relationships and having cherish each moment and having fun and enjoyment. And finally, I will say is fulfillment in life. So, you have to balance all the parameters to have a more fulfilling, impactful life. So, for me, living long means improving your quality of life in uh, across all these domains throughout your life,
Mm-hmm.
and live up to your potential. And most important is, I always believe and also share this in my coaching, is what is the meaning of life? What is the purpose of life? If you work at that level, you know, it's not only a longer life, it is more fulfilling life. So that is my definition.
It's a great definition and very comprehensive. So thank you for sharing. And I guess going along with this, HelloFam CMO Dr. Bobby said that doctors are the worst at taking care of themselves. And you actually run a program focused on physician wellness. So can you share your journey to the Peer Pulse coaching program?
Yeah, absolutely. See, throughout my career in medicine, I saw my colleagues suffering with physician burnout. At that time, I'm talking about 15, 20 years back. There is not even a term called physician burnout, you know.
Mhm.
Um, so I saw some of my juniors who committed suicides and who gone through depression, left medicine. So that led me to explore this area and study more about it and how I can empower fellow healthcare professionals. So during the time of COVID and post-COVID, the physician burnout in this country is 60%. And if you see, when compared to normal population, physicians have highest amount of depression, anxiety, substance abuse. This is all on National Academy of Medicine. It's all evidence. So from that background of going through that, for last 15 plus years, um, I developed and did so many things to help, medical students, residents, and fellows attendings. In that journey, I became a professional coach. It took me 5 years to become a coach. I am an International Coaching Federation certified coach. Now, I did a randomized control study of by my coaching, what is the impact of burnout, right? So I measured baseline 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months, and compared with whatever the institution is giving versus my coaching. And with 6 months of coaching, the physician burnout decreased by 40 to 45%. Uh, so now, with all this knowledge and experience, we started this peer pulse coaching where we want to share this knowledge and also coach and train fellow healthcare professionals to become coaches, um, because it is evidence based. At the end of the day, I want to help not only healthcare. The next step is like uh, coaching is needed for everyone. So that is my whole journey of starting as a like a medical student all the way to now to do all these things.
Yeah, and thank you. I'm really sorry to hear about these tragedies that happen within the healthcare force. And it is
Yeah.
very important to have more emphasis and coaching and talking about physician burnout, which was crazy that I just started about 15, 20 years ago. And you kind of,
And
yeah.
I want to share one more thing. One of
Mhm.
my other passions uh, to do retreats, to bring all the healthcare professionals in one space so that we talk about physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, all these things in a 3 to 4 day retreat. So the next retreat will be in Orlando area, January 17th to 20th. So we try to do every year during the Martin Luther King weekend. So apart from coaching, I do retreats also. This is our 7th year of doing the retreat.
Congratulations. That's a very nice, that's great longevity. Yeah. And like you kind of touched on this as well, but what are the markers of a healthy or subjectively happy healthcare worker and team? And how does that directly affect patient healthcare interaction?
So I always believe in happy doctors, happy patients.
Mhm.
See, if you have happy doctors means decreasing burnout, decreasing emotional exhaustion, depersonalization, and improved wellness of the doctors, and who are being appreciated, uh, and patient centered, and finally who are working at a meaning and purpose of life. So
Mhm.
if you have a healthcare uh, team or professionals who are at this level, then eventually that turn out to be you know decreased mortality, morbidity, compassion for our patients, good outcomes for our patients, increased patient satisfaction. There is a lot of research that was done in last 10 years that showed that, with 60% burnout, how bad that is for patient care is also proven in last 10 years. And COVID time is a prime example of, how stressed out doctors and healthcare system will have an impact.
Mm-hmm.
So the mnemonic is happy doctors. H for, happy, positive, and appreciated, and patient centered, uh, and working at a level of fulfillment.
Great. Yeah. That's exactly what we want to see in our healthcare force. And I do like the transition of happy physician, happy patient. So I guess in general, what is the smallest change someone can implement to gain the biggest impact?
So, if you are asking about, longevity question, so always I believe in simple things to
Mhm,
have a longer life and happier life. So, recently, I started measuring, my sleep. This is
mhm.
Aura Ring. So,
Yes.
I'm doing it for 1 month. I was shocked at the impact of, every morning it says, your REM sleep is like this, your length of sleep is like this. Before, I was only sleeping like 5.5 hours, and my REM sleep is 20%, and my deep sleep is like, you know, 30%. And then when I started measuring, now I try to go to bed by 8:30 and try to have like good 7.5 hours
Mhm.
sleep. So when you ask smallest change to have biggest impact, I think in my life, at least, yes, for sleep, M for movement. As soon as I wake up, I try to walk, and I measure everything with this, and having that 30-minute circle to be finished by 6, 7 o'clock. Um, M for movement, A for acts, acts of kindness, not only for others, but be kind to myself. Self compassion is important, and being kind, and also being grateful, right?
Yeah.
And R is reflection, and resilience. So, and T is time. Time is flying. So be careful about how you are spending every minute. So for me, this smart, sleep, movement, acts of kindness, resilience, and time, spending time in a very careful way.
It's a
So
great, yeah. It's a great healthy outlook and definitely we've written articles about this in the HelloFam community space where we talk about going to the Aura Ring, it's actually in our marketplace because we realized it's a great way to track sleep schedules and your REM and deep sleep. And then going on to acts of kindness and gratitude, we talk about how actually optimism and acts of kindness is a way to subtly but slowly impact your life in a better and happier way because acts of kindness is a ripple effect. You show kindness to yourself, you show kindness to others, they're more inclined to show kindness to more people. So it becomes an exponential growth in that. So great, great. Thank you for telling us about that. And I guess moving on more to your specialty on brain health and strokes, I there's still a lot incoming about strokes. So I guess a big question is, can strokes be preventable? What lifestyle factors put people at risk? And moving on to specifically women, actually, are women more likely to suffer from a stroke?
yeah, I mean, stroke is my expertise. I used to see patients in the outpatient clinic, and everyone asks the same question: am I at risk for future strokes, and what should I do? So
Mhm,
always I say A, B, C, D, E.
mhm,
So A for, people who are having stroke can take baby aspirin every day, not for regular people. Okay. So I'm just telling, but in general, B for blood pressure control, B for blood sugar control. It's extremely important. And
mhm,
C for cigarette smoking, right? D for diet. Diet is huge, like the nutrition. The If you see the blue zones, and people who are in Loma Linda or in Japan, where they are living 100 years, one of the most important thing is diet. Means I always tell my patients, no fat, fatty, greasy, and fried food. Try to be like more holistic. healthy food.
Mm-hmm.
Eating superfoods and all the good stuff. So D for diet, no drinking, no drugs. E for exercise. It's extremely important to have exercise in our daily routine. And I will add association means, these days, as you see, one of our biggest problem in modern era is isolation. Research says, right, in 1970s, on an average, we have 3 to 4 best friends. Now we have like 1,000 Facebook friends, but not even a real one friend. So having association means, meeting people physically, developing these friendships, relationships, meaningful, is really helpful in living long, you know.
Yeah.
So that is A, B, C, D, E, right? Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, to
The
prevent strokes.
yeah, social
And
connection.
you asked,
Right.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, it's like social connection is a big point because being isolated is the fast track way to getting symptoms of depression, anxiety, which then lends itself into chronic stress and then cycling into chronic disease. So yeah, and then going back, I was asking, are women more likely to suffer from a stroke? Because I've seen that statistically, women are likely due to like pregnancy complications and other things through like menopause. So going along with that, what are early unknown signs of an impending stroke that people don't realize?
Yes. So yes, women are at higher risk for getting strokes later, due to hormonal changes. And also women are higher risk for getting migraine attacks. People who get migraine are at higher risk of getting a stroke. And also people, autoimmune, women are having more tendency to get some autoimmune diseases that increases their stroke risk too. So in this way, yes. And you asked what are the signs? In that way, we can identify stroke earlier. The mnemonic is be fast. If you have a balance problem, like I am dizzy, right? Eye problem means blurred vision, double vision. Facial droop means one side of the face is droopy. Arm means paralysis of the hands or legs. Yes, speech, slurred speech. So time is brain, right? So you have to run to the ER if you find any of these symptoms. So now the treatment of stroke evolved a lot. So now, but the most important is prevention is better than cure, right?
Mhm.
So A, B, C, D, E first.
Yeah.
And if you have stroke, be fast. Identify the symptoms and go to ER immediately.
Yeah, exactly. We stress prevention over reaction due to just one emotional, physical, financial cost that could incur due to not doing healthy lifestyle factors that could prevented any tragedy like that. So thank you again for sharing the acronyms. And moving on, we're reaching the end of our podcast today. So final question for you is on the subject of happiness, is there any quote or action you do or or say every day that motivates you?
Yeah, I always believe in saying, to make somebody happy, don't share your riches, but show them what are their riches, right? Through coaching, this is what we do all the time is we are all equipped with treasure inside us. So in coaching sessions, so we all try to, because we are so busy in this life, we don't have time to take a break and reflect and having the self-awareness and find what's there. What can we do to accomplish the bigger goals and purpose in our life? So my goal is very simple: how I can empower other people through either medicine or through coaching. In that way, happy life and accomplished life.
Great. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming out today. This was a great time. I learned a lot. I hope our HelloFam users are learning a lot. And I wish you the best of luck with your retreat in January. So thank you, Dr. Tadi, for coming today.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity and happy holiday season, Shalini.
Thank you.
Yes.